Oh, hey. Welcome to Soundings with Sash. How are we this evening? I feel like it's been a minute since I've been on here um officially with my whole setup that is. Hey, Mark. Hey, Scott. Nice to see you. Hi, Bob. Wow, I'm so glad you guys joined me. How are you guys doing? So, tonight we're talking about joy in the new year. So we've been, last week was our first week of the new year. So how are we doing so far? 2022, how's it going? Hi, Scott. Hi, Paul. Hey, Jason. Wow. The crew is over here tonight. Nice to see you all. So, first week of 2022. And how are we doing? How was your first week? Mine was a little bit, yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, what did you find going from 2021 to 2022? Was there a difference? I don't always find that there is a difference, but hey, I like to think that, hey, new opportunity, new time to do all kinds of things, right? Um, it's a good time for goal setting, not resolutions. I don't like resolutions, but it's a good time to start anew, right? So what did you do new? I want to know. Put it in the comments. Tell me where you're joining me from. And if you don't catch me live, put hashtag replay 2022 because I mean, it's just got a lot of twos in it. Twos are some good numbers, right? So, let's hope they're better than the 20 and 21. How about that? So, I want to talk about joy tonight. So, what are the things that can put you and set the tone for joyfulness? What is it that we can do to set that tone? What are the things that we need to do to keep that joy in the midst of all the things that go on? Um, hey, Victoria, nice to see ya from Louisiana. I love it down there. Love the food. Absolutely love the food. So, and Paul's all the way from where? Over there in England? Let's see. Okay, so doing something new. You decided to get COVID. Oh, that is new. You decided to get it. Oh, I didn't know that was a decision. Okay, you quit smoking for the new year. That's awesome. And that not in 11 days. That's awesome, Victoria. Keep going. That is an awesome goal. I love that. So, Scott's in Florida. Jason is in Australia. I'm having worldwide tonight. That's awesome. So, what are we doing joyful in World War? And I'm sorry, Jason, about your COVID. So take care of yourself. Drink lots of fluids. Do all those things. I had it too. Um, yeah, again. So, that's what we do new in 2022. I think a lot of people have gotten it this first week of 2022. So it does make us focus on our health, doesn't it? And you saved 99 oh my goodness, I bet so. I heard that a pack of cigarettes is like $9 right now. That would blow, yeah, I definitely wouldn't smoke just for that. I'm too cheap for that. So, um, so what it brought to me that first week is again being grateful for my health. Being grateful for healthiness. Um, I've seen a lot of prayers going on for other people. So, how do we keep joy in the midst of all of that? Because a sickness is serious, it can be, and we need to stay. What are the things that you do to stay healthy? What immune boosting things do you do to help you stay in that joyful, healthy zone? Even though I was sick, I was still trying to, pump all the immune boosters and see all the things that I could do. Drank a lot of tea. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, hey, mugs up. So, you like my cup? I do love this cup. Reach for the stars. It is really heavy though. It's one of those heavy cups. Anyway, so what is it we can do for our health? And Victoria, you started off, cutting out something that might be detrimental to your health. But, those extra things, drinking water, doing all the natural things. It's funny how as we get older, we do realize how important keeping our bodies pure and really watching what we put in our bodies, because it absolutely affects our immune system, it affects our aging, all of those fun things. Um, yeah, the aging part too. So let's see. Mindset is key and listening to our body. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, I'm not putting, I'm sitting here not putting your comments up here, and I should, and I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. She works out every day, drink a lot water. Yep. There you go. Those are it. So yes, yes, thank you guys for joining me. So we're talking about joy. How to keep joyful. And honestly, it is a mindset. I mean, it absolutely is. And I like this quote that says, "All the flowers of all the tomorrows are in the seeds of today." So, all the flowers of all the tomorrows are in the seeds of today. And it's really important that we keep putting those positive seeds in the ground to grow, right? I mean, you have to consistently do that. And I've heard the word consistent a lot in the last couple weeks. When we're starting the new year, we're starting to do new things. Being consistent is key. So, in anything that we endeavor, right? Whether it be business, personal, anything, yeah, going to the gym. I got a gym membership. I put on my gym clothes. I've been twice, but I keep meaning to. And then I got sick, so I couldn't go. I quarantined myself. So, you know, being consistent in anything that we put our mind to, that is going to cause some joy. But what causes joy to you? It all depends on what your focus is. If you're not joyful to yourself, if you do a lot of self-negative talk, how joyful are you gonna be to others? I mean, if you're constantly just beating yourself up, how in the world are you gonna be positive to anybody else? So, we need to make sure that in the morning, especially, that we have that mindset. We wake up with that, what is it that is going to be joyful for me today, even during things that are difficult, even during trying times of sadness and grief. Sometimes, we really have to, you have to think about it. You can't just let life happen to you. You have to make things happen for yourself. You can't just sit back and just go, okay, life, come at me. You actually have to have a plan every day on how you're going to accomplish certain things. Now, I don't think it has to be a strict plan, but it needs to be a consistent plan. It just helps us to operate in that kind of knowing, what's going to happen, and then being ready for those things that you didn't know were going to happen. So, keeping that joyful mindset is what's going to set the tone for that. If you wake up and go, "Okay," and I'll say, "Okay, God, I'm ready for today," just open the doors that you're gonna open and close the doors that need to be closed. That helps me to set the tone of, I may not know what's gonna happen today, but I'm gonna know that there's a purpose in it, and I'm gonna know there's purpose in it for me to figure out or to learn something, or just to pray for other people. And in the last couple days, I've seen so many prayer requests, and God is central for me and my foundation, that he's who keeps me grounded and central to the things that might happen to me, right? So just stay open-minded in that. So anyway, I want to go through a couple things about joy. Again, being kind to yourself. How be joyful to yourself. You can't be joyful to another if you're not joyful to yourself. And then smiling. I know that sounds silly, but even when you don't want to, like, just smile. I'm a smiler, so I don't know what it's like not to smile. because that's actually kind of like a secondary emotion for me and a lot of things. And I don't know if everybody's like that. I'm like that, but smiling at someone, can just pull that joy in there, another person might be having a bad day and you smiling at them might be like, oh, okay, well, you know, that it might have given them a little glimpse of joy, you know? I mean, I I just think it's so important. I'm not might be that weird lady that stands there and your kid's looking at me in the grocery line and I'm smiling at them and I'm like, "Hi," you know? And sometimes the kids are like, but most of the time they smile back, because maybe they were having a rough moment with their parent or something, you just don't ever know. You can set the tone. A, a smile brings an energy with it, you know? So it brings that joy into something, just smiling at someone, even if you don't know what's going on, or just having that compassionate glance, you just don't know, you know? Lots of people are going through lots of things right now. So just even just opening the door for someone, letting them in the car line to, break through, you just don't know. These little things can make a huge difference in your day. If you're intentionally setting that to be your standard to live your life every day, you're not going to believe how wonderful your life can be unless you try it. So just wonder, have you guys tried it? Let's see. Um, oh, that's good. Yes, it starts with us. Nice encouragement, Scott. I mean, that's awesome. 11 days that you're conquering it, girl. You got this. So I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. So, what do you guys do to bring joy around you? What did Christmas season and the holidays seem to bring good out in people, and trying to do things for others. But, you know, I heard more than once this year that Christmas is a hard time with families. And I don't know if it's because last year they weren't around their family and this year they were. But it was a tough time for them. So, you know, what do you do, when you have conflict? What do you do, um, when you see things are going south, like a joyful, I try not to put any expectations on a holiday because, um when you put expectations on something to be, so wonderful and it doesn't turn out that way, you get very disappointed. And so I'm very careful to not put unmet expectations on anything, because I just let it happen. I had some shifts in my schedule this year too, and I could have been upset, or I could have taken it a different way. It's really up to us on how we handle and react to other people. And that's another thing. People really these days, they just want to be listened to. They just want to be heard. You know, that can bring joy to somebody's day. It's just if you ask someone, I don't know if you're that type of person that asks everybody, "How are you today?" I do. I feel like it is a greeting, but I really mean it. Like, "How are you today?" And I really am looking for you to answer that question, you know, to open the dialogue of communicating how your day is. Like, how does that work for you guys? You know, I mean, I know when somebody's paying attention to me and when they're not, when they ask me that. Some just say it as a pleasantry, but when the next time you go to ask somebody how they're doing, really mean it. How are you doing? And then wait a minute and see what they have to say. So Bob, you said more church for you to help with joy. I find joy there too. I get to zone out when I get to church sometimes and listen to the music and listen to the message and kind of blend into that versus, and try to leave my troubles at the door if I can, you know. But really that is it, is people just want to be heard. And they, when the next time you go to ask somebody, how are you doing? Really sit back and listen to what they have to say. If they say I'm fine, you can follow that up with more questions, right? So I mean, I just find that right now, as in the years past, I mean, we're just kind of in this weird bubble right now where we're just taking things going, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen this year. And maybe that's a good thing. You don't always have to know, but you do have to know how to put an intention forward on how to be joyful. What is it that you can tap into to help somebody to spread that joy? That whole pay it forward thing, go to the Starbucks line, you bought yourself a coffee, buy somebody one behind you. You know, what is it that you can do to spread that joy? And I just feel like we really need that right now. Like, people really need to feel that from other people, that they care, you know? Um, we're just so divided in a lot of things right now, in different areas. And I just feel like there's got to be a common ground that we have to find. And if that means just spreading the joy of, just being kind, opening the door, whatever. It doesn't matter. Do something selfless, you know, but also, to be joyful, you have to be joyful to yourself as well, meaning, give yourself a break. So, okay, I see Jason has a long one here. Let's see. How are you? Most people here will say, yeah, not bad or not too bad. So I'm making a conscious effort to say I'm fantastic or I'm awesome. How are you? Oh, that's good. And watch the responses they get, a shocked look on their face when you say it to them. Yeah, that's great. That's spreading joy. That means that you're listening, you know. Not bad. I don't know. Not bad, I guess, is, it could be a better response. That's good, Jason. I'm glad that you're doing that. That helps. I mean, people really do want to know somebody, even out of their inner circle, cares, I mean, what is it that you can do, though? So, Jason, that's a good example of doing something just small, So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here just really quickly. I don't have a guest tonight. I'm lining up my schedule for Sash Coach and Awakenings Within. And I hadn't been on, and I challenged myself in consistency to do it. And so that's what I'm doing. And so, and I've missed you all also. Also, that's another reason, and wanted to hear how you are doing. How are we getting through these things? What is going to make a difference? What is going to make a difference in one person? You know, you never know. You just never know. So always be kind, and be joyful to yourself. And also, don't take your health for granted. Your health is so important. You know, Stay on top of that, and do what you need to do to stay healthy. So I just wanted to say hi. And if you watch this on the replay, hit hashtag replay 2022. And I would love to respond to you, because I would like to know how you are doing. And yes, thank you. And well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Scott, thank you for joining me. Have a great night. You guys too. Down in Florida, must be nice and warm. It's freezing, freezing, freezing here in Virginia. It's 22. I don't like the cold. But anyway, oh, hi, Pat. Thank you for joining. Yes, definitely cherish your health, family, and friends. That's right. I've seen a lot of health issues, and Pat my prayers out to you too. And, my prayers out to anybody that's having a health issue right now, you know? Um, I just pray for you all and many blessings for health. And if you're going through anything, I'm always a message away. If you need anything, I have a couple prayer groups. I have one that's called Princesses of the Most High, and then I have one called Prince and Princesses of the Most High. So if you're a male, I would love to add you to that. Please let me know if you'd like to be in that prayer group, because it's a good community for us to share things with one another, and it stays within that group. But I definitely encourage you to reach out anytime you need just an uplift, somebody to encourage you. That's what those kind of groups are there for. So if you'd like to join it, please message me after this. I would love to add you to it. We have great encouragers in there. And so I'll be praying. Yes, Pat, prayers are powerful. I'm glad that you're getting stronger. Awesome. That's awesome, Pat. So praying for you all. We can get through this. We can get through this. And we've got to spread the joy, and we have to keep the joy, So I thank you for joining me tonight. Like I said, it wasn't going to be a long one, and just a quick hello and joy in the new year. Love to hear what you're doing this first week of 2022. What joyful thing happened to you, or did you help in somebody else's joy? Love to hear it. So you guys take care. And here we go. Mugs up. Mugs up. And peace out.